Well, hello, y'all. I hope you're not tired of hearing from me. Megan and I switched our weeks because she is home alone with 4 kids, and I am in a hotel room in peace and quiet. So she said, "You're doing tonight, and I'm going to do it another night." And so I'm excited, y'all. Listen. We just had an amazing training that was a week-long training with Keith Callahan, and what we went through was incredible. I'm only going to touch on one piece of it because it was literally 4 days of hours-long information. And so hopefully I can do its justice. But what I wanted to talk about tonight is the law of attraction and energy, because it is so important in what we do. And so I'm going to ask for some interaction, which is why I want the videos on. And so what I want you to do in the chat, I want you to rank the importance for success and its relationship in business, parenting, life, and economics. What the importance of energy in relation to those on a scale of 0 to 10. 10 being the most, 0 being the least. So what would you say is the relationship in business, in success? Yeah, a lot of people are coming with 9s and 10s, and I could not. 20 for Lauren. I could not be like that. It is so true. And that's why if you see me talk and if you hear me, you know I try to come with passion. I try to come with energy, because it is so important to bring that when you're talking. So I want to ask you, I want you to put in your chat, if you are on an average day, what is the energy you're bringing to your day? Honestly, not right now, not after a training like we had with Keith. I want to know on any given day, what are you bringing in energy-wise to your business? I love it. I love the honesty that's out there. And so I love that you have some people that are like, you know what, I'm only bringing a 4. Other people, I'm bringing a 7 or 8. The reason why I wanted to go through that is because, y'all, energy is so important. If you're in business, you know that that monitoring your numbers, understanding the data, measuring the things in your business, if you're not measuring it, you're not managing it. So are you managing your energy on...
That's so good. Say it
again. Thanks, Alita. Are you managing your energy on a daily basis? How often are you measuring your energy? I don't know what happened, but something happened. Okay. All right. So if you aren't measuring your numbers, you aren't managing it. So the only way you can manage your business is to measure it. All right, sorry, that just threw me off because I don't know what happened. Sorry, Raquel. I don't know how to get you out of here, but that's okay. Listen, y'all, it's fine.
What's happening? I see her. It just says pinned. She's pinned.
Yeah, I don't know who pinned her.
Well, she was throwing up balloons or something. Yeah, she's. I saw the balloon. Okay,
sorry. Let's get it back. Let's get it back. Raquel, you're awesome. I'm just going to look at you and talk to you, so just don't worry about it. All right, but for the people that put the 4s, the 5s, the 6s, and the 7s, let me ask you this question. Would you want to join, and do you believe a 4, 5, 6, or 7 can take you to the top of this business? Would you join an energy level of a 6, or are you going to join an energy level of a 9 or 10 person? So if you're not managing your energy, if you're not focusing on how you're showing up for your people, then who are you attracting? Even if you're, and like, this is what y'all, I want to do one more thing with y'all. I want you all to I want you to look around your room, and I want you to identify as many things in your room that's red. I want you to count them up. Now, what I would love for you to do is I want you to close your eyes. Do not cheat at this. Close your eyes. And I want you to put the number in the chat of things that were in your room that was purple. Y'all, you can't do it. And the reason why you can't do it is because you were focusing on the red. You were not focusing on the purple. So how many people here in their business have said, oh my gosh, no one wants to do the business with me? Oh my gosh, the money's the issue. The money, people don't want to do this because of the money. Guys, you're focusing on the red. The reason why my team is exploding right now is because we're going after the purple. We're focusing on the purple. We're saying we know there's business builders out there. We know there's people that need finances. We know there's people that needs their lives changed. We know there's people that want to change the trajectory of their life for them and their children. So what are we finding? We're finding people who want their lives changed. What you focus on expands. So if you're focusing on all the things that are going wrong, you're going to find all the things that are going wrong. If you're focusing on the excuses, you're going to find the excuses. Y'all, I reached out to a few people and I said, listen, we did an elite group with my leg, and we saw amazing success. And so I offered a few people to do an elite group for them and people that they could bring in. And the amount of momentum that is coming just from that call is incredible. Guys, we don't wait for momentum, we create it. If you're sitting there saying, I'm just waiting for a builder, once I get a builder, that's when things are going to come. It's not going to happen. We are running after there, creating the momentum, creating the culture, and creating the energy that we want for our team. And so we are attracting the people that are coming with that energy, coming with that desire to change their life. They're coming with the purpose to do this. Y'all, I'm going to talk about some of the things that that were the pitfalls in our business early on. When we were going for senior gold, we had an entire gold leg, 20 people drop off our team. If we were waiting for the shoe to drop in our business, we would have found it right there. And we would have said, see, I knew this was too good to be true. This is what's happening. And we would have threw the towel in. But we knew we were going to be successful. And so we didn't allow those things to deter us. What I want you to really get from this, guys, is you have to have three main things. You have to have reason. You have to have your... Wait, before I get into that, I want to say this one more thing. I'm so sorry. There's a reticular activating system, the RAS. And it's the part of the brain that determines what you notice and what you don't notice. So the law of attraction is actually science. It's not, I hope this. It's, I'm going to focus on this. Does that make sense? But what you decide is the most important thing your brain will focus on. So again, if you're deciding the negative, your brain will focus on the negative. So to achieve this, you have to focus on results. What do you want? And this can't be, I just want to be successful. This has to be specific. Megan said, I want to be Emerald in a year. It was a specific goal that she wanted. Last convention, I said, you know what, baby? Let's go Emerald. We're going to hit Emerald before this convention. You have to be very specific about what you want. Then you have to develop your why, the purpose on why you are doing this. Guys, reasons come first, answers come second. A lot of you want, okay, what's the answer? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? It's the why. It's the why are you doing this? Megan and I put a goal out there, and then we say, okay, Lord, bring the people to us that need this. Because this is where we're going. Let's bring other people up with us. And then lastly, you have to have massive active plan. What are you going to do to achieve it? And the reason why I say massive is, guys, the first thing may not work. The second thing may not work. You have to have massive action so that you can achieve the results you're looking for because of the purpose you have. But to do all of this, you have to focus on your energy. What I'm realizing and what Megan and I have been talking about a lot lately is, listen, for 7 years, we've been telling people how to build this business. And it works. But what we weren't teaching on is the energy you have to do it behind you. There's a reason why I get results and some people don't. It's not because I'm really, really good. It's because I'm simple enough to believe where I'm going in this business. I don't allow the logic to say, well, only 1% of the people are really, really successful in network marketing, so that's not going to be me. I'm simple enough to say, you know what? It's going to be me. Let's go. So I want to ask yourselves this week, I want you to try to look at how you're showing up. What are you doing to prepare before a phone call? What are you doing before you try to encourage someone to do this business? What are you doing to attract the right people to your organization? I'm going to tell a story about Megan, and honey, I'm sorry beforehand, but it's one of my favorite stories. So she was leading Power Hour one time, and she was at home, and they led a prayer before the Power Hour, and so she muted, and guys, the kids were acting a fool. And so she's like yelling at the kids to knock it off because she has to lead this Power Hour. And then as soon as the prayer done, she unmutes herself and goes, "Thank you. That is so nice." Y'all, I laughed so hard. I literally came out of my room and said, "Megan, what was that?" And she's laughing too because she realized how ridiculous it is. But guys, I want you to understand and the reason why I like that story is because no matter what's happening on the outside, and the biggest thing that Keith was teaching us in this training is you have to protect your energy. You have to protect how you show up. And so, yes, the kids were acting a fool, but it was not going to impact how she showed up for the team. So you have so many external things that are happening. There are so many stressors. You all know that when your heart rate gets above 100 beats per minute, your brain starts releasing chemicals because it thinks it's in danger. So it's the fight or flight. A lot of you are like, why can't I just stay committed? Why can't I just do this? Guys, it's because you're in a fight or flight or freeze. And you literally get so stressed out to work your business. You panic so much that when you go to sit down to it, you don't know what to do. You either run away from what you have to do, you freeze from what you have to do, or you avoid. I want to challenge you this week before you touch anything to do with work. I want you to do gratitude. I want you to sit for 3 to 5 minutes and just say the things that you're grateful for. Because the energy that you work on, the energy that you bring when you talk about how grateful you are about things is so much different. It's not about what you're doing, it's how you do it. It's not about what you're saying, it's how you're saying it. It's not about who you're talking to, it's how you talk to them. We talked the other week about authenticity, and now we're talking about energy. I don't think anyone in this call, and I'm not trying to, build my own mind or my own head. I don't think anyone on this call is going to say, man, Phil does not come with authentic energy. Because this is literally my prayer to come to you guys and say, what do you need to see? What do you need to hear? Are you asking that question for the people around you? The last thing I really want to share with you guys, and it has to do with protecting your energy, is who are you surrounding yourself with? Because if you're surrounding yourself with sixes and sevens, no matter if you show up higher, your mind is going to try to protect itself and it's going to come down to their level. Guys, there's a reason, not just Rodney and Alita are just freaking amazing, but there's a reason why we hang out with them. Literally every time we go to their house and talk, we're literally talking about how we're going to change our lives. We don't know how sometimes. We just know it's going to happen. Who are you surrounding yourself with? Who are you allowing to have power over your life? Because if you are allowing the people that are sixes and sevens when it comes to their energy, they're going to pull you down versus bring you up. Just think about how you feel in this call, right? How you feel about what I'm saying. I see the chats, right? You're all like, I needed this today. This is awesome, right? I'm pulling you up with me. I'm drawing the energy out of you. But what's going to happen when you get off this call? What's going to happen when you leave this call and you go to do your work, or your kids go, they're not listening, your spouse didn't put their laundry in the basket? What's going to happen when you go back to real life? I want you to make a choice tonight to say, I'm going to bring the energy. I don't know what that looks like. Y'all, you all know me. I'm an introvert. I know I don't act like an introvert, but I'm an introvert. When I get off this call, I'm drained. But I'm still going to show up with energy. And if I had to do another call after this, guess what? No matter how tired I am, I'm going to come with energy because I don't know how to not come with energy. I don't know how to speak without passion. because I knew the calling God had on my life and I trained myself to do it. It didn't always come natural. I'm not asking you to talk like me. I'm asking you to find your own purpose, find your own why, and look for that. Focus on the results and create a massive action plan to achieve it. Because dreams without goals are just dreams. I want you all to achieve it. I believe every single person on this call can achieve it. But you're not going to do it with a 6 or 7 energy. You need to be able to bring it because people need to be able to believe where they're going. So ask yourself, am I talking to people? And when I talk to people, do they believe I can get them to the top of this company? And if you have any doubt of that, you need to reflect and figure out how you can get to the place where you believe what you have. The opportunity in front of us has changed my life. You all know my story, Medicaid and food stamps. We are literally writing the book right now, Medicaid to Millions. I bought the URL Medicaid to Millions when we were on Medicaid. I didn't see success and then say, you know what, that would be a fun book. We were on Medicaid and we're like, how are we going to get out of this? I said, you know what? We're going to write a book on it. Medicaid to Millions. Let's go. So we were looking for the opportunities that were going to get us there. So when Plexus came in front of us, we saw purple. Does that make sense? So be result oriented. Look and know where the results are you're going. Have a purpose. Know your why, and your why has to be good. I was on a call this week, and the person said, my why is my family. And I said, can I be honest with you? And they said, yeah. I said, every time you don't do your work, then you're putting your fears and your comforts in front of your family. And they were like, wow, that hurt. Not because of what I said. And I didn't say it like a jerk. I said it because your why has to be strong enough, stronger than your fear. So you have to focus on your results. You have to have a strong enough purpose. And you have to have a massive action plan. So this week, let's do the 3 to 5 minutes of gratefulness before you do anything. I think you need to do a little self-reflection and truly understand how negative of a person you are. This is something that Megan and I, when we talked and really did in depth, we didn't realize how negative some of our thoughts were. No one wants to realize they're negative. No one wants to believe that they think the worst. But we've been trained that way. We have to retrain our minds, and we have to do it with energy. Alita, that's what I got for you.
Okay. I cannot cope with this. So freaking good. I'm not going to add a single thing. If you have had a revelation, I want you to share it with somebody, come into the Joy Spark chat, share your top takeaway. This is the kind of stuff that if you will actually take it, feel it, and make the decision, where lives absolutely get changed. Literally had chills the entire call. Nailed it. Let's go.
Thank you all.